Hey, welcome. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. So we're going to go through can you hear me, Christy? Yeah.
Yeah, we just had to hit okay.
Through a 20-minute pre-Pilates series. Now, pre-Pilates are the foundation exercises before we move into more of the Pilates traditional repertoire. Now, we're going to move through a few positions. So we're going to start in standing with a little bit of spinal articulation through our 4-point kneeling, seated and on our back, so the supine position with our face up towards the ceiling. To get started, we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up just to ground ourselves, find ourselves and center ourselves in our room. Turn our brain on and let our body know that we're getting ready to exercise. So we're going to find a neutral standing position. So neutral standing position, we engage all points of our foot onto the ground. So from our big toe to our little toe, we want to engage the arches. So we feel that the sides of our feet are firm into the ground, arches lifted, kneecaps lifted, slight engagement in the quads and the glutes. We want our pelvis in line with our hips. So no arching forward, no scooping under, just a nice line, neutral spine here. So your hips should be in line with your pubic bone. So if you put a triangle in front there, everything would be flat. Okay, so we've got our hips over our pelvis, ribs over our hips, shoulders over our ribs, and our head in a nice neutral position. So no sticking it out and no 50 chins, just nice and neutral. You can have your legs just a little bit of a micro bend there, just some more stability. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a little bit of a balance. We're going to lean forward, keeping our neutral spine position into our toes. You can use any breathing you like here. This is just about waking up. So you see I'm putting the weight into my toes, not too far forward. Bring it back to center. We're going to lean back into our heels, ever so gently. Bring your toes off the ground if you can, back to center. Let's lean to the right, so we should feel the outside of our right foot planting into the ground. Bring it back to center and over to the left. This is just to switch our brains on, activate some of our muscles and let them know that we're going to start exercising. I'm going to face towards you just for this next bit, but I'd like you at the back of your mat. So we're going to go into our Pilates breath. So on the inhale, let's bring our arms and hands up to engage around our ribs. We want from the back rib to the side rib to the front rib. The Pilates breath, we're going to feel our ribs expand to the side. Imagine you were a bird and you're about to take flight and your wings are about to expand. So on the inhale, let's expand our ribs to the side. Breathing in and exhale. We want to push gently on our rib cage and exhale all the air out through our mouth, drawing the abdominals together. Let's do that again. Inhale. Engage the side ribs, back ribs. Exhale. Push the ribs together. Feel the abdominals draw together. Belly button comes towards the spine. Inhale. Ribs expand out to the side. Side ribs, back ribs. Exhale. Push the ribs in. Feel the abdominals drawing together. Last breath in. Inhale. Ribs expand. And on the exhale, push it back in. So now next inhale, just lengthen your arms down by your side. And as we exhale, we're going to roll down to the mat. So exhaling, head over shoulders, rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae, slight bend in the knees, shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips, hips over knees until our fingers touch the ground. If you need to, bend your knees a bit. hang your head nice and heavy. Inhale here. On the exhale, plant your feet into the ground. Engage the arches of your foot and roll back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. You want the pelvis to stack on top of the knees, hips on top of the pelvis, ribs on top of the hips, shoulders on top of the ribs, head on top of the shoulders. One more of these. Inhale, exhale, head over shoulders, shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips, hips over knees. Let the head hang heavy. And we're going to inhale here, and on the exhale, we're going to walk our hands out 3 steps in front of us. So right hand out, left hand out, and bring our right hand to join our left hand into our downward dog position. We want nice straight legs here. We want to feel like our sit bones are rising, trying to reach the ceiling. Arms engaged, shoulder blades drawing in and down, and we want the creases of our elbows looking at each other. And just let the head drop in between the arms, nice and heavy. 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, rise up onto your toes. And exhale, draw the heels down towards the mat. We're going to inhale, and we're going to drop our hips on the exhale down towards the mat with our shoulders coming over our wrists into plank position, drawing ourselves down. That's it. You might need to walk your hands a little bit out. Okay, so now here we want a nice flat spine, neutral spine. We want to draw broad across our shoulders, lengthen our collarbone, head long. Remember, creases of the elbows facing in, engage your glutes. 1 breath here, breathe in. Exhale out. On the inhale, we're going to lower our left knee to the ground and exhale our right knee to join it to come into our 4-point or box position. So in this position, we want our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, and be nice and stable. From here, we're going to go into arm reach. Okay, so this is about mobilizing the shoulder. So I'm going to inhale here, activate your arms. On the exhale, we're going to push our right hand into the mat, shins into the mat, and float our left arm up towards our ear. Inhale, float the arm back down. Exhale, shins into the mat, engage the pelvic floor, float the right arm up towards the ear. The only thing that should be moving here is that shoulder. Make sure the shoulders are down. Inhale, float the right arm back down. Exhale, left arm floats up towards the shoulder. Feel the scapula, the shoulder blade roll over the ribs. Inhale back down. Exhale, right arm floats up towards the ear. Inhale back down. 1 more on each side. Exhale, press into the shins, draw the sit bones together. Float the left arm up. Inhale back down. Exhale, right arm comes up. And inhale back down. From here, we're going to stay nice and active in our arms. We're going to feel like our hands are pulling away from each other. We're going to move into leg extension. So in this, we want to make sure that... What's wrong? Sorry, I thought something just happened on the camera there. Okay, so we're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to extend long with our left leg. Can you see me?
Yep. I'm just going to turn my mic off just in case that noise is coming from.
We're going to keep our foot on the floor for the first one. So extend long left leg, toe stays on the floor, extend, point your toe towards the back of the room, stay broad across the shoulders. Inhale, draw the foot back into the starting position. Exhale, right foot long along the mat, extend to the back of the room, feel the glutes engage and the quads engage. Inhale the leg back to starting position. Make sure we're staying stable in the pelvis. We don't want to be tilting from side to side, no sagging. Exhale that left leg out. Inhale to return. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor, draw the abdominals to the spine. Inhale to return. On the next one, we're going to lift the leg off the floor. So inhale, exhale, draw the leg along the floor, extend so much that it lifts off, and we have a nice straight line. So not too high, not too low, just in between. Stay strong in that supporting leg. Ensure the stabilizers are switched on. And inhale, return back to center. Exhale, right leg long. Extend it so far that it comes up off the ground. Keep that pelvis neutral. Keep that spine neutral. Activate the arms. Inhale, return. Sorry. Exhale, left leg. Extend to the back of the room. Lift. Inhale back. Broad across. Lengthen the neck. You want to feel like the back of the neck is lifting towards the ceiling. Right leg raises. Inhale to return. This next one, we're going to do what's called pointer. So we're going to put those two moves that we've just done together. So we really need to activate our abdominals and stabilize our pelvis in this. Okay, so we're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to put our weight into our left hand and our right shin and float our left leg up and our right hand up. And inhale, return. Same on the other side. Exhale, weight into the right hand, weight into the left shin, lifting the left arm, lifting the right leg, and inhale, return. Exhale, left leg, right arm. Make sure we're not dropping down into that stabilizing leg. Nice straight line. Inhale, return. Exhale, opposite leg. Last one here. Inhale, return. From here, we're going to gently lean back down onto our heels and come into a cat curl. So in this position, so we just sit up onto our heels. In this position, we're going to posteriorly rotate. So scoop our pelvis under and just raise off our feet ever about an inch, inch and a half. Okay? So we're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to scoop, tuck, and lift and curl ourselves and extend our arms parallel to our thighs in front of us. On the inhale, bring our bottom back down. Push our arms as though we're pushing through water, trying to be first in line to the swim up bar. Inhale, just to our midline here. And again, exhale, rotate under, scoop and lift, nose to knees. And inhale, push back through the water. One more, exhale, scoop, tuck, lift, nose to knees. Inhale, release. Push the arms back, lower the bottom, down to the heels. Okay, from here, we're just going to bring our knees out either side of our mat. So laterally rotate. As you can see, you can't really see the color of my pants. So knees to the side of the mat, staying on your haunches. We're going to come into child's pose. That's it. Okay. So we're going to do active child's pose, which means our fingers are activated, our arms are straight, and we're going to stretch through our latissimus dorsi, and our head, forehead rests on the mat. Take 2 breaths here. From here, we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. Rising up onto our hands and knees, we're going to cross our feet over at the back behind us. Cross your feet over and roll back into a seated position. Knees out in front of you. Okay, we're going to go into some a series of stabilisation through the pelvis, and to get there we're going to start with a C curve down into a roll down. So in this position we want our ankles in line with our knees in line with our hips, okay? So a nice 45-degree angle, and we want our feet firmly on the ground. So we're going to start in a nice seated arms in front of us position. We're going to inhale, and we're going to scoop and tuck our pelvis under and roll into what looks like the letter C. Stopping there, only halfway. Inhale here, and exhale. We're going to roll ourselves back up right onto our sit bones. Inhale, exhale, rolling back. Tuck and scoop the tailbone under. Broaden across the back of the ribs. Inhale here, exhale back up. On this next one, we're going to roll all the way down to the ground, okay? So inhale, exhale, tuck, curl, one vertebrae at a time, feel broad across those back ribs, slowly rolling down, middle ribs, top of ribs, shoulders, and head and arms. Okay, let's bring our arms down by our side just for a little bit more stabilization as we go through these next series of exercises. So in this series, we're going to need our neutral spine. So we want a little gap between our lower lumbar and the mat, and we want to make sure that our pubic bone is in line with our hip bones. Okay, so if you make 2 guns with your fingers, pop the fat pads of your thumb onto your hips, and the pointer fingers down towards the pubic bone, and it should feel like a flat plank here, okay? And that little gap between the mat and your lumbar. Can everybody feel that? Just I can't see you there. Great, so we're going to maintain, this is what's called neutral spine and neutral pelvis, and we're going to maintain this through the next 3 exercises, okay? I'm just going to turn around because I can't see you where the angle is. Let's come down and join you. So we're going to go into what's called a knee float. So on the inhale, I'll just show you quickly. On the inhale, we're going to inhale in. On the exhale, we're going to lift our knee up into a 90-degree angle, and nothing else is going to move except for this leg. It's called a hip dissociation. So it's where we can move our leg without engaging our pelvis. And on the inhale, we're going to release it back down to our starting position. So join me now. Inhale. Exhale, float the left leg to tabletop. And inhale, release the leg back down to the ground. Slight point in the toe there, Christy. So inhale, exhale, float the right leg up to tabletop. Lower that leg a little bit, lower your heel towards the ground a little bit, Jess. That's it. And exhale, inhale, lower it back down to the ground. Inhale, exhale. Float the left leg up to tabletop. Inhale, release. Keep going there. Just inhale that foot back down. I know you've got a distraction there. And exhale the right foot up, Jess. That's it. Just lower your heel a little bit and bring your knee closer towards you. That's it. Lower the heel. That is tabletop. Perfect. And inhale, release back down. Sorry there, Christy, if you could just do one more on each side. Inhale to lower down, Jess. That's it. Inhale. Right leg floats up. Exhale, sorry. Inhale. Float the leg back down. Exhale. Float the left leg up. Inhale. Back to starting point. Okay, from here we're going to move into knee sides. Might be a bit hard to see me with these black pants. We're going to externally rotate our right knee down to the ground. So if you can see can you see what I'm doing on the screen here? Or is it? Got it? Great. Okay, so we're going to inhale here, and we're going to exhale and float our right knee down towards the mat. We want to make sure that our right foot stays completely flat. So our tipping point is when you feel the foot is going to start rolling. That's where we stop. The inhale here, and then exhale. Use our adductor muscles, our inner thigh muscles to pull the leg back into starting position. Exhale. Left leg rotates down towards the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, return to center. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate the right leg down towards the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, return to center. One more on the left. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate the left leg down. Inhale here. Exhale. Return to center. We're going to move now into what's called knee tag. So it's the same motion with the external leg, but our other leg is going to rotate towards it, kind of like this, so it comes to meet it. And the breathing is a little bit different, so I'll cue it for you. So inhale together. Exhale, we're going to rotate the right knee down towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left knee down towards the right knee, but we want to keep it parallel. So we've got two knees facing towards the corner of the room. And then we're going to inhale here and return back to center together. Okay, exhale, left knee drops down towards the ground. Inhale, exhale, the right knee drops towards the left knee, keeping them parallel. And then inhale the knees back to center. Inhale here, exhale, right knee drops down towards the mat. Inhale, exhale, left knee rolls over towards the right, and inhale back to center. Exhale, left leg floats down towards the floor. Inhale, exhale, right knee follows suit. And then inhale, back to center. Make sure we're keeping neutral spine. One more on each side. Inhale, exhale, the right knee down towards the mat. Inhale, exhale, left knee follows suit. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, left leg floats down. Inhale, exhale, right knee follows suit. Inhale, back to center. Okay, from here we're going to extend our legs, both our legs long. And then we're going to bring our arms up over our head. And we're going to come up into a seated position in a roll up. Okay, so we're going to have our toes pointed here. Sorry, toes flexed here, so toes drawing towards your face. And then on the inhale, we're going to lift our head, bring our arms in front of our eye line, and then we're going to exhale and roll ourselves up. Plant your calf muscles into the mat and roll up to a seated position. And that's it, ladies.
That was awesome, Suze.
Oh my gosh. Stop recording.